Hello, and welcome to Awesome Talk with Hey Matt Fratt. Today's topic is my Mac story. My Mac story. Everybody has stories that they like to tell. This is my best story. This is it. This is as best as it gets. So it's a story I enjoy telling the most. So it all begins in March of 1984. Now, if you recall that famous Super Bowl ad where Apple launched its first Macintosh, it looked something like this. This is not the exact right one. This was more from a few years later. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The first, the computer that really revolutionized things. It had a mouse, had a graphical interface. I mean, it's just beautiful, machine. And so this was about a month or so after it had been released. Now, I was in 8th grade. And my brother was a junior in college at a place called Reed College. Reed College is just a tiny liberal arts college in Oregon, and you get a great experience there. Anyway, so he's there. My brother's in Oregon in a tiny college. So kids don't know this, but back in the day, computers were expensive. Like this in $1984. It came out at $2,500, which doesn't sound like, but that's $5,000 in today's dollars. Imagine if computers today cost $5,000. I mean, be outrageous. Hard for college kids to afford those. So back then, I don't think this is a thing anymore, but it was a thing. Like in the 80s and 90s, where colleges would sell you computers at a considerable discount. In this case, Apple would sell their Macs to college kids for $2,000, significant savings over the $2,500 price. But since it was only out for like a month, there were only 2 colleges where you could take advantage of this deal. One of which was Stanford University. Makes sense, right? Steve Jobs, practically his hometown. The other one was Reed College. Yep. The tiny school in Oregon, because Steve Jobs aficionados know, that's where he quit school. He quit college. I think it was his freshman year. If you listen, he's got a famous graduation speech where he credits even those few months at Reed, taking some calligraphy class, which helped the fonts in the anyway. But anyway, so that was it. There were 2 colleges. So my brother gets one, and he brings it home for spring break for a month. And I'll never forget. I spent the entire week. I was I can remember where I was sitting in the basement on the desk table, and I was just clicking for a week. I mean, this was nerd heaven. Never graphic user interface. I was like playing a game called Load Runner, like really old video. There was a video game on it. I spent a lot of time on that. I spent a lot of hours on Mac Paint. Old timers remember Mac Paint. It's kind of like Paint on a PC today. Shocker, they copied it. Just kidding. Anyway, Mac Paint. I spent hours on that painting, and I don't know, just clicking around and getting the interface and dragging things around. It was just, I'll never forget. It was nerd heaven. Anyway, that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's the story I think I enjoy telling the most. Thanks, Steve Jobs. And we'll see you next time.